Hi, Stefan Boyle from Austrian Republic, and just want to talk to you today about Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, I'm a big fan of Audible. I love listening to audio books all the time. It means I can keep churning through books, continually at the gym, in the car, walking the dog, wherever I can be. I can actually carry on learning and learning about new people, new skills, new mindsets. And I've listened to Total Recall, the autobiography of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and that guy is unbelievable. And you think he came from just a small town in Austria, born post-war, and he's really risen to the top to be governor of California. And whether you like him or not, you've got to admire what that guy's achieved. And it's really a lot of the things that listen to his autobiography that I've learned is that he's just got some amazing fundamentals that are all around selling, and it just shows you don't have to be the best at what you do. You don't have to be the best product or the best service. But to get success and to hit your goals, you've got to be the best at selling. And that's what he did. Now, one thing Arnold has got is a vision. He always knows where he wants to be. He's quite clear in what his outcome is, and where he wants to move his career on, where he wants to achieve each step of the way, be it in politics, be it in movies, be it in business. When the guy's been in real estate, property of all kinds of development, and buying and selling property, obviously movies, mail order, from a standing start, no real mentor in Austria, to really having a vision to move to America, to be an entrepreneur, to become a bodybuilding world champion, Mr Universe, Mr Olympia, and be the best at what he did. But he always had that vision. He always knew he wanted to move to America, he wanted to achieve these things, and everything he did was really around achieving those goals, and that's crucial. Now, when it comes to selling, you've got to know, as I say, you've got to have targets, obviously. That's why people have sales targets. But you've got to have a way of getting there. Now, one thing that Arnold had was the right mindset. He always knew he had to think differently from other people. He had to be outstanding. He had to start conversations. He always said that, when he's promoting his movies, or bodybuilding events, or participating in bodybuilding events, he knew if he went to every town and promoted himself, his muscles started conversations. People were amazed at this huge man. He just stood out from everyone. And how do you start conversations with your ideal clients? I'm not saying you've got to be a bodybuilder, but you've got to find what interests those people, what engages those people, what gets them talking, and whether that's about you or it's about them. It's just finding a way of something they can relate to, something that interests them, something that is a pain that you can solve. And Arnold really did that, initially with his bodybuilding, but with his movies as well. He sold, every movie he went to every city, every premiere, made sure he was in the press, in the papers, and the media, promoting his movie and selling. And that's why, he created, I don't know what the exact stat is, but the last time I looked, it was over $4 billion of box office revenue. He's probably not the best actor you've ever seen. His movies are probably not the best movies. I think we can all agree on that, whether you're a massive fan or not. They're sort of entertaining if you like that kind of thing. But he sold better than anyone else. Even now, there's not many people. Sometimes you might see someone like Tom Cruise, walking through, the audience and the crowds outside a premiere, and doing selfies and all other stuff. He's selling it, but Arnold was really sort of the master of that and everything he did. So he educated people. He told people what's going on. He let them know what's coming up and why they should be there, and how important this was them to see his movie or come and see him in his bodybuilding contest or vote for him as governor. But he sold, and he had that vision. He educated. He stood out. The other thing he really did was have the right support. Obviously he's married to Maria Shriver, who's part of a very, very influential Kennedy family. But everything he did, he had right partners, whether it's a training partner in his bodybuilding, whether it's his business manager, whatever it is he did, he really chose the right partners to work with to make sure he got those goals, he hit those targets, he achieved his ambition. And there's a hell of a lot to learn from entrepreneurs or from a sales point of view from Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's outstanding at what he does, and he's got a methodology behind his work, be it politics or business. And there's a lot to learn from that. And I'm still going through some of the points in the notes I've made, listen to his autobiography. It's fascinating. And this guy, self-made, and in a foreign country, learning a language, changing his life from humble beginnings to being, globally recognised in movies, in politics, in all kinds of fields really. And it's fascinating stories, people like that to me. I love those sort of stories. But if you're selling, if you're running a business or you're a sales director and you're looking for new clients, you're looking at a way of how you can really promote yourself, how you can stand out, learn those lessons from Arnold, and how he really pushed it out there, whether you're the best or not, whether you're the market leading or not. If you are, maximise it. If you're not, be the best at sales. Stand out, push yourself and get the right partners. At Master Republic, we help our clients continually find new conversations with new ideal clients or ideal prospects that convert quicker into ideal clients because there's a good fit. We start conversations with those people. We make sure we're continually connecting with them, finding a reason to talk to them, finding what really points to resonate with them, what they want to talk about, what their commonality is of the pain that they might have that our client's proposition solves. So we're always there, we're always ready to talk to them. So when they do respond to an email, respond to a telephone call that connects with them, we make sure it's a good fit and ready. So when we hand that lead over to our client, the chance of converting that lead into a client is much higher because there's a story around it. Cold calling too is a process, a methodology that is proven. We're not. I'm not a fan of traditional cold calling, of general telemarketing. It just is a broken model. I haven't taken a cold call for probably, 3, 4, 5 years. I don't know. I can't remember the last cold call I ever took. You're probably the same. It just doesn't happen. There's so many methodologies now of gatekeepers, voicemails, all that kind of stuff. You just can't get through to people. With cold calling too, we make sure we aim high. We reach out, we build databases and reach out to very senior people in businesses with really short, concise messages that generate a response that we can then work on email and telephone and then build up a picture around that prospect. So when we hand it over to your sales team, you convert that better or quicker. And it's more of an ideal fit, not just any old client, not just someone who's going to beat you up on price, and be a nightmare to deal with. We want your ideal clients. That's what we're great at doing. That's what we continually do for our clients. So they've got a continual pipeline. Hope it's of interest to you today. If you want to know more, we're running a campaign right now where we're offering a free trial of our service for 1 whole month. Now on this page somewhere you'll find an application where you can go to apply to get on the phone with me or one of my team, and they can see if it's a good fit and see if we can really help you. And it's just 5 people that we do that for each time we run this campaign. And it could be right for you. We might really help you accelerate and achieve your ambitions, achieve your vision, hit your sales targets, and mimic Arnold. So hope it's interesting. My name's Stefan Boyle. Thanks for listening. Talk to you soon. Bye.